All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oop. All right. All right. All right, everyone. Welcome to the our introduction to the Louisville Sluggers meta baseball bets. I'm Seth. This is Joshua, and this is James. All three of us are here to give you very important details about these most prominent baseball bat developers. Next slide. All right. First things first. Louisville Sluggers was founded in Kentucky, Louisville. It has been developing bats ever since the very late 1800s. On the first day of September in 1905, there's this organization that is known as this Hiller Ridge and Radsby. It's like the father of the Louisville Slugger brand, marked Honus Wagner on an endorsement contract. It's also known as being the first company to ever do so. And additionally, the organization has this marked agreement with more than 8,500 professional baseball players to put out on the on the bats the Louisville Sluggers had developed, which is pretty impressive. Next slide. Right now to this day is still the most prominent baseball bat makers ever in this country, at least. It had Because it has the name of many major leagues, also little leagues too, consistently. It has sold in the excess of over 100 million bats, to make it with zero surveys the most standard bat brand ever. Although there are some sort of competitions who would like to take that title, such as Damarini, say that 3 times fast, Easton, Rollin, and many others. And over the previous 10 years, they have been given some some certain indications of progress, publicizing on webs, regardless on everything, replying rapidly on some arrangements of various associations to promote their own thing. It's like a sponsor, if you will. And it's given much simple for the consumers to click a catch rather than try to figure out for themselves how to call such things. Next slide.
All right, so for Louisville's strengths, one of them is that they're a highly recognizable brand, and many people know them, especially since they were founded in the 1800s and have dominated the baseball history and baseball world since then. The products that they make, they're highly reliable and very well respected in the baseball community, which just goes to show how they've created such a good, strong brand that has lasted the years. They also, going on to the next point, they have a long history in the baseball community, over 140 years. And in that, they've created a huge distribution network that distributes their products to many parts of the U.S. and also over the globe. Some of their weaknesses, specifically with the Meta baseball bat, was the decertification that it had recently on March 10th. So this bat was originally certified and was able to be used to play in baseball in the high school leagues and in college leagues. But now they have been decertified by the NCAA and the National Federation of High School Association, which is the high school governing board for athletics. So these two organizations have decertified the bat, making it not able to be used during play, which that greatly decreased the sales in this bat due to this decertification, and has made Louisville Slugger come up with new ideas to improve their sales and just become overall a better company. Some of the opportunities that they have and they've capitalized on was their increase in social media communication and advertisements. One of the things they're doing is the Snapchat campaign, which will be talked about later. And also they have increased online sales, especially now during the pandemic, since there's limited social distancing policies in place and people are unable to go to the stores and actually buy their products, especially now since the baseball season has essentially been cut off completely, especially major leagues, all high schools, and little leagues. Some of the threats include other major baseball companies like DeMarini, Easton, and Marucci. All of these are very highly known and well-respected brands that produce great products and that are highly reliable. Another big threat now, which is uncontrollable by them, is the COVID-19 pandemic. This destroyed the whole baseball community and really halted all kinds of major sales in the economy in the US and in the world. And this also is very seen in the baseball community, especially since no games are being played. All professional athletes are stopped playing their games, all same with all high school and in middle school and elementary schools. So this is really just kind of hurting the baseball community and Louisville Slugger as a company. So this was someone else's slide that is not here and present and is unable to present. And then James is going to take over.
All right, for the product for the marketing mix, so they focus on wood, aluminum, and composite bats. That is their core product, but they also have bat grips, batting gloves, baseball gloves, a lot of baseball gear, almost anything. For the life cycle of the bats that they have, it depends on the use and weather that it goes through, but typically they last from anywhere from 2 to 3 years, but with good use, it can last up to 5 years. And the classification of the products are durable. Since something that has to be hit over and over again with a pretty solid object like a baseball, it obviously has to be pretty durable to have a consistent like projectile off it and consistent like pop. And the packaging is fairly simple. If you see it in Dick's or anywhere online, it's just plastic over it. Sometimes they put some fancy padding, but for these products, they keep it to just a clear plastic cover. Some of the special features that make the bat stand out, for example, one of their bats have a patented 3FX connection system that provides a stiff feel on contact, reducing the vibration, which any baseball player knows is like a huge thing. Because if you're playing in cold weather, even sometimes if it just hits the wrong side of the bat and it vibrates your hands, it feels terrible and you're just not going to get good contact off it. And another example is the RTX end cap designed, which allows for a more balanced bat, which again, if you play baseball, you know balanced bat is something that is needed for a good swing, especially if you're starting out with baseball or even if you're in like college or professional sports. Next slide. For the place, they're from Hillshire and Bradsby use contact makers to deliver most of its occasional products, offering with aluminum bats created in 2 plants in China and Taiwan, composite bats in China, mitts in the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia, batting gloves in Indonesia and Vietnam, and catcher's hardware in China. Louisville Slugger's headquarters is still located in Louisville, but has grown tremendously since they were founded in 1884. These bats are sold at thousands of sport realtors, specialty shops such as Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, but online is particularly picked up for selling. As like any industry, they market it more online now because people like to just shop online more and more. Next slide. Oh, for promotion, Louisville Slugger posted large amounts of content on their Instagram page promoting the product, some which being promotional videos and other being baseball players using their bats during practice and during games. They love showing like people using their products to show that they actually works, which is obviously something that any consumer is looking for. And they market to a younger group too, so a lot of social media activity is good thing for them. And something that Josh mentioned earlier is the promotion campaign through Snapchat, which is something that they allow minor leaguers to wear these special type of glasses, and it kind of films like behind the scenes of in the dugout or in the bullpen or wherever they are, and all they have to do is follow the players on Snapchat, which is pretty cool, being a baseball fan.
All right, so this is another person's slide who has not attended the meeting, and we will be skipping over this now. So for the last part, the price, their Meta baseball bats and all their baseball bats range from approximately $100 to all the way up to $700, which is a huge price range, but also comes with 3 separate categories. One being their normal straight off the line bats, the next level being customized bats, and then their top tier being their gold bats, which are their highest end. They have the most detail in them and can be customized to specifically what the customer wants. So the most expensive ones are the custom aluminum and their wood bats. After that, their wood bats are sold for approximately $150 each, but all of them have the ability to be upgraded, which increases the price. Their batting gloves are approximately $30, or their baseball gloves, not their batting gloves. Sorry about that. Their baseball gloves are about $30, and their batting gloves are about $15. So if you have all their gear together, you can spend well over $1,000 just in equipment. And then here's some of our works cited. The rest of it is on our essay. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Have a good one.